Okay, do I need to wait on this card, you think? Just hold it up about like so. Hey guys, Brad from Bradley Performance Products back with you again. I realized that I'm not doing enough videos. I need to do more. I talk to a lot of you guys on a daily basis, and you say that you really enjoy the videos, so I'll try to do more. With that, I also wanted to give you an update. I think the next 2 or 3 videos that we do will be about updates on stuff that we're working on, for those of you that are interested. So we've been very busy trying to develop some new product for several different machines. One of those we're just testing to see how it goes and see if we like it. We're always looking for that TW-like machine. So it's short, it's light, it's low, and all the things that we like about the TW. But we always want more power, and some of us want more suspension and better braking and all those things that the TW is not, and that's why we make a lot of the parts that we do. But one of the bikes that caught my eye that we decided to do some mods on, that we've been testing and riding and spending some R&D time on, is this one. Honda CL500 Scrambler. This bike is, it's 45 horsepower, I think, and it's low and it's extremely manageable for a mid-size adventure bike or a scrambler platform. It's probably the lightest of all those. And I wanted to attempt to improve it because we bought one and it is very underwhelming. It only has about the same suspension travel as the TW, and the horsepower that it makes is very street-oriented horsepower. So anyway, it's not a very good off-road bike. It would be a good cruiser. It looks a little bit like a scrambler, but it doesn't have, in my opinion, hardly any off-road capability. So I wanted to show you some of the things that we're working on, and we're not done. We're about half done, I think. With fork internals that we are developing, we have taken the stock 6 inches of suspension travel up to 8.5. We've added 2.5 inches of suspension travel, along with emulators and some preloaders and different springs that we're testing. And it is a game changer. All of a sudden, this bike is extremely capable off-road. I've been riding it. It's dirty. I've been putting it through the trails. I'm not riding it off-road like, dirt roads, gravel roads, back roads. No, I've been riding the same trails on this today that I ride my T-Dub, which is all very aggressive stuff in the off-road park that we're next to. It's probably stuff that you normally wouldn't ride a bike like this on, but that's what I've been doing, and it's just really getting good. You know what I mean? The longer suspension, the emulators and things like that. A few goodies. Headlight guards, some hand guards, some levers. We did, you wouldn't know, well, now you would notice, we did delete the ABS on this bike. So we removed the ABS pump and the controller and all the hoses and everything, and just went straight from here to here. So no ABS. It shed a lot of weight, and I like it. I like the braking much better off-road. You can see if skid plate out. We are working on an exhaust, possibly. This is a Kaufman's, but we're working on our own. Got some knobby tires on there, a few little bolt-on goodies. We've got our off-road bars and pivot risers and things like that. But the really big deal, to be honest with you, you can't even see, but it's there. This bracketry in here that we've done, that's all just prototype bracketry at the moment, moves the pegs down and forward to get them in line with the swing arm pivot point and much further south of that point. So the stock pegs, the stock peg location is way up here like street bike. So it's not designed for you to stand on it at all. It is it's a lot of bend in your knee, and your leg is angled back, your toes are down. So this moves the pegs down 2.5 inches and forward 2 inches. So it's a 2.5 relocation kit that we're working on, and man, does it make a huge difference. Now all of a sudden it feels like an off-road bike. You know, now your leg is more straight up and down, and it's very comfortable to stand on. So anyway, we're working on rear suspension. They're not here yet, so this is just stock suspension in the rear at the moment, but we're working on rear shocks for this that are long travel. They're going to be 1.5 inches longer in the rear, putting the rear travel at, I think, 7.5-ish. But anyway, just wanted to give you guys an update on something that we're working on that I think is going to be cool, because I've really enjoyed riding this thing off-road. It is not something that you would generally look at and consider for an off-road bike, but it is extremely capable with modifications, in my opinion, and it's very enjoyable to have a machine that's, you know, kind of low and slow, you know, like a T-dub, but to have 45 horsepower. And the weight is it's noticeable, but it's not like a deal breaker. You know, you can feel the extra weight of the bike, but it's doing extremely well off-road. So anyway, I don't know if we're going to go forward with a lot of this stuff long term, but it's something that we're looking at, and that's part of the reason for this video, so that you can respond and let us know if it's something you'd be interested in, if you have any interest in these bikes and the Scrambler type of bikes or not. I don't know how popular they are. We'll find out, right? So anyway, Honda CL500 Scrambler, Bradley Performance Mods. Appreciate you guys watching and following as always, and we'll see you in the next one.